All right, everybody, here we are. It is another lovely day. Seriously, it is. It's going to be one of those. All right, so today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2020. Right now, as I am doing this video blog, stocks are set for a higher open across the board, a new opening high, all-time record for the NASDAQ. Let me touch on that real quick. Who would have guessed that during this pandemic, while millions of people lost their jobs, small businesses have been culled and absolutely destroyed, most of them not coming back. Who would have known that stocks would be hitting record highs like the NASDAQ has done over the past few weeks? Well, you would have known that because I've explained this to you, that stocks would continue higher. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels out here, and whoever these people are saying, no, stocks are going lower, we're going to crash, sell it all. And I've been like, no, stocks are going up. Well, yet again, Greg Mannarino has proven to be correct. It's not going to stop no matter what they do. The market will go higher because of what the Fed is doing. And they're not done by a long shot. I mean, I've explained to you what's going on. I told you the Wall Street banks are buying this market on Sunday. The hedge funds are buying this market. The Fed is like in their early stages, believe it or not, of debt pumping and asset acquisition. It's not going to stop. As long as the Fed balance sheet keeps ballooning, and they have two balance sheets, the one they let us see and then the hidden one, as long as these two balance sheets continue to balloon, and they're going to, stocks will go up no matter what happens. They could split the earth in half and stocks will go up. What else are they pulling off right now? So stock futures higher across the board. Crude oil up over 1%. Are you surprised about that? Something tells me you're not. Okay. Cryptocurrencies are flat. Gold and silver under pressure. Are you surprised about that? I don't think so either. And the 10-year yield is hovering about 0.67, 0.68. Okay. That's where we're at. That's where this whole charade is at this moment. And it seems that right now the market is getting over all the negative news and the propaganda, because despite what happened yesterday, Pfizer's new miracle vaccine, it's going to help the world. We're going to fix it all. We don't even have the vaccine yet. And as long as the virus doesn't mutate, at best it'll be a 60% success rate, but if it mutates, it'll be 0. Oh yeah. And there is a small percentage of people who are going to die from anaphylactic shock just from getting the vaccine, but that's okay too. So look, despite all the nonsense and the crap that's being thrown at everyone, the market wants to do one thing, and that is go up, because easy money is being flung at this market with no end in sight. The Federal Reserve yesterday in their minutes, which I talked about, what did we find out? The Fed presidents, the whole cabal of whatever these things are, they're unfreaking human. They're not human beings. They're unhuman. You have to believe me on this. They promised to keep rates suppressed, and they're going to reaffirm this, apparently. That was the article yesterday right out of the Federal Reserve. They're going to reaffirm and promise to keep rates suppressed in perpetuity. It's not going to stop. So with suppressed rates, how does the Fed suppress rates? You all know that if you follow this blog. But if you're new here, let me expose this for you. The Fed just can't say, hey, we're going to keep rates low. No, they can't just say it, because they're not magical. They have to create cash out of thin air, trillions of dollars worth of it, and they have to buy the debt. You understand? They're buying it all right now. Everything related to debt, they're buying it, and they're issuing more of it, because those bills, those lovely Federal Reserve notes that you don't even own, okay, they're owned by the Federal Reserve and owed back to the Federal Reserve, plus interest. And where does that interest come from? It's created out of thin air. Okay, that's the system we're in. This is what they're going to do. It's not going to stop. They're issuing more debt in every imaginable way. They're buying assets. Think about this. The Federal Reserve is buying assets with cash that they just create out of thin air. And you heard this one yesterday, didn't you? I think you did. I posted an article about the Federal Reserve. Well, this was last month. The Federal Reserve is saying, oh, we got all the cash you want. How much do you need? Because states, municipalities are broke. And the Fed is like, oh, we're going to lend to you too. This is, like I said, a takeover on an unprecedented scale. People, we've never seen anything like it. But the market is going to continue higher as long as the Federal Reserve's balance sheets balloon. All right. So that's where we are. And crude oil, which has no bearing on reality, will get propped up as well. Because why? It's the lifeblood of this thing, this military-industrial complex that we have been warned about for decades. It's here now, and it's in our face. So, in summary, stocks are set to jump here at the open. Crude oil is higher. Metals under pressure. Crude oil is flat. 10-year about stable. This is it. This is where we're at. Get used to it. I can't wait to see how the rest of this day plays out. Oh yeah, apparently we got some good news with regard to unemployment. And I say, I'm going to call this out as absolute nonsense and propaganda. Because if it were a good number, if it were real, stocks would be poised for a lower open. The market never, ever responds to the upside when we get real good economic news anymore. Black is white. Up is down, left is right. That's the way it is in this twisted market, and I think you know that if you follow this blog. Anyway, I think this video has been really important. Please share it, get it out there, and I want to give all of you who stepped up yesterday and supported my work the biggest shout out on the planet. I really appreciate all of you from the heart, and I love all of you too. That's the truth. All right, I will see you later at the end of the day. One more thing, follow me on Twitter if you don't. I do a blow-by-blow throughout the day on Twitter, and I think you would find it kind of interesting. All right, I'm out of here. See you later.